Welcome to MMA On The Rise, bringing you the best in mixed martial arts and combat sports. I'm your host, Tom Ziegler. Tonight, we're going to be featuring fights from Fight Lab 23 from Coyote Joe's in Charlotte, North Carolina. First fight of the night started with an eruption when Larry Dennis Jr. matched up with Matt Sarvis. Then, we're going to have the vacant 125-pound title fight between powerhouse Bruce Gunter taking on the raw talented and charismatic Cleveland Mclean. Check this out. MMA On The Rise here at Coyote Joe's in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're here at Fight Lab 23 for an MMA event. We've got Matt Sarvis coming to the cage. Matt Sarvis coming in the cage at 1-0. He's 32 years old, 5'8". 155-pound matchup here with the Fight Tech, Paul Boo and Kevin, the Master of Cool Ferrant.
How you doing tonight, Tom?
I'm doing fantastic. First event of the evening. I'm excited. It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, overall, I think this is a really good card. We've got 2 pro fights, 1 title fight, some really solid amateurs, and also some young up-and-comers. You know, definitely looks like a good night of fights.
Without question. Waiting for Matt Sarvis to make his way to the cage. He's with his entourage now, getting ready to get checked out by the referee.
Kevin, what do we know about this fight?
Well, Matt Sarvis, he's 32 years old, 5'8". He's coming out of South Carolina. He's got some, he got the age experience, and he looks to be a pretty thick 155-pound fighter.
He got his first win back in January at Bull City Brawl 7 against a fighter named Hamza Ismail. He got a submission key lock in the second round. So we're going to assume he's got some good submission background, some good ground background jiu-jitsu. Yeah, he definitely looks like he's a very thick 155er. Not unlike yourself, sir.
This young man hails from the Gas House, Gastonia, North Carolina, representing Renegade Fighting Systems with a record of 1 win versus 2 losses. Give a big warm welcome for Lawrence Dennis.
Lawrence Dennis Jr. making his entrance. He's coming into the cage at 22 years old, Kevin. What do we know about this guy?
Well, Lawrence Dennis, he's going to be a little taller, lankier fighter. He's going to be quite different fighter than Sarvis is. He's a younger fighter, 22 years old. He's a little taller and lankier. He's got a 1-2 record. He's got his first win in his first MMA fight He's on a 2-fight losing streak, and I'm sure he's gonna be very hungry for a win here.
Now, something notable is his last loss was at Wild Bill's Fight Night down in Atlanta, and it was back in May. So it's been close to a year since he was actually in the cage. So it looks like he took a little bit of a break there, and a year's time, there's a lot could change in your style. Even though he's coming off with 2 losses, who knows what he's went back and worked on, and and fighting down to Wild Bill's, it's a pretty big show, a lot of pressure. So it very easily we could see a totally different fighter here.
Yeah, he's from Gastonia, and tonight he's representing Renegade MMA.
Yeah, he's been fighting down at Wild Bill's. A lot of experienced fighters coming out of that show. Looks like he lost to Cody Maiden. It was a unanimous decision. So apparently he was in the fight. He fought well. And looks like he's gone back to the drawing board. You guys could absolutely be correct. Who knows what he's added to his arsenal. And he's going to bring it into the cage here tonight for one more test.
Again, he's only 22 years old. So, he's just now kind of coming into his, physicality. A lot of people think that, guys peak out athletically around 18, 19 years old, but in MMA, it tends to, they do have that youth being explosive, healing quick, things like that. But there's just something that comes with aging, the strength that you gain, and just the overall knowledge and experience you get as you get older, especially in MMA. It really shows. Guys tend to peak out between their late 20s, early 30s. So, a lot of times these younger fighters, even when they come in explosive and they come in really, really well, they still got a lot of growing to do.
All right, guys, go to the rules in the back. Protect yourselves at all times.
Donnie Jessup is giving the last-minute instructions to the fighters.
County Jones, make some noise!
Got Lawrence Dennis in the black trunks with the lime green stripes, and Matt Sarvis is in the solid black trunks.
Matt Sarvis fighting out of the blue corner. Lawrence Dennis fighting out of the red corner.
And here we go with round 1.
First of 3 3-minute rounds here in North Carolina. Dennis lining up as a southpaw.
Yeah, I was noticing that too. He's lining up as southpaw. He's a longer fighter, using that jab.
He's keeping his hands very low. And he's about to...
Oh, and that is it. Wow.
Wow.
And actually, Sarvis there shaking off his hand after that shot. Or, excuse me, Lawrence Dennis taking off his hand after that. No, that was Sarvis, I'm sorry. Shaking his hand off.
Now, Lawrence Dennis Jr. with a big knockout. Matt Sarvis came in with a flurry of punches. Lawrence just countered him and flattened him. I mean, legs went out, fell flat on his face. He's actually bleeding from the cheek. Great shot.
It was definitely a quick fight, hard hit. He was shaking out his hand, and he's still kind of shaking his hand out a little bit. He could have potentially injured his hand on that shot. He hit him so hard.
Well, he hit him hard.
Impressive knockout. And
yeah.
Once he hit him, he knew he was knocked out. He walked away as soon as he hit the punch.
Gentlemen, referee Donald Jessup calls a halt to the action. 19 seconds, and your winner.
You could tell the way.
TKO out of the Monster Energy drink, blue corner,
Lawrence Dennis Jr. with a first-round knockout win. Very, very impressive. He'll take his record even and out to 2-2. That kid's got dynamite in his hands.
The table. Bread is broken upon it. Family and friends enjoyed upon it. White collar, blue collar, no collar. Here we give advice we'd never follow. We talk of camshafts and V-twins, business reports and report cards, until the feast arrives. That's when we're quiet upon it, and we're all thinking the same thing. I should have gotten that. Max Speed Shop. Beers, bikes, and barbecue. Max.
Fernando Estero, you're watching MMA on the Rise.
Cleveland Mclean.
MMA on the Rise here at Coyote Joe's in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Tom Ziegler here with the Master of Cool, Kevin Ferrant, and the Ninja Daddy, Tony Tan. We've got the 125 amateur title fight coming up. Cleveland Mclean making his way to the cage.
And looking at his record, he doesn't have a lot of competition experience, but he's got a title shot.
Kind of an unknown Cleveland Mclean. He's coming to us out of Team Rock in Raleigh. 2 wins, 0 losses, 5'3". In his pre-fight interview, he sounded very, very confident.
Yeah, I agree. He's going to be fighting a specimen, physical freak of a kid in Bruce Gunter, which we've seen him fight. Great wrestling, big physical specimen, heavy hands. This is going to be an exciting 125 title fight.
And out of the red corner, bring to me, Bruce Gunter.
Yeah, Bruce Gunter comes down to the cage. He comes to us with a 5-1 record. His only loss coming with in his debut against a highly skilled Kenneth Crowder. 25 years old, 5'6". He comes fighting out of full circle MMA, and we've seen a lot of their fighters tonight. All very well rounded, good jiu-jitsu, good striking, and Bruce Gunter is no different. He comes up with a full package.
Yeah, he's definitely a powerful, very combustive, explosive type of fighter, and he's making his way to the cage right now.
Yeah, energetic, fluid.
3 wins by decision, 1 by submission, 1 by TKO.
Even in his decision fights, very high-paced, exciting fights to watch.
He's getting greased up by his cornerman, about to make his way into the cage. Yeah, his first loss in his MMA debut to Ken Crowder. Ken Crowder made famous by the famous elbow that took the part of the ear off of Shane Tyner. That kid's a beast, no shame in that loss. Since then, he's on a 5-win streak, and he's looking to make it 6 for the title against Cleveland Mclean, who comes in very confident and on a 2-win streak himself.
Both young men, Bruce Gunter just 25 years old and Cleveland Mclean only 22. Gunter will be bringing a very slight reach advantage with his 5'6" against a 5'3" Cleveland Mclean.
Here's a fun fact for you folks out there. Cleveland Mclean did not come with a camp today, so in his corner he has Dave Mansell of Satsuma Jiu-Jitsu and Aaron Fisher in his corner, cornering him. You know, that says a lot about a fighter who just goes to a fight without a corner.
But credit to Dave Mansell for stepping up and cornering the young man. Dave with an extensive jiu-jitsu background, also corners and manages a great fighter named J.J. Brantley. So he'll be good experience in the corner for Mclean.
All right, guys, let's get ready for title time. First, fighting out of the red corner, this young man comes to us from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He stands at 5 feet, 3 inches tall, and weighing in at 126 pounds. He has an impressive undefeated record of 2 wins versus 0 losses. Representing TROC, give it up for Cleveland Mclean. And his opponent standing to my left. This young man hails from Marshall, North Carolina. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 125.4 pounds. This young man also has an impressive record of 5 wins versus only 1 loss. He represents Full Circle Martial Arts. Give it up for Bruce Gunter.
All right, finally, after a long delay, the fighters are about to begin.
All right, guys, what are the rules in the back? Protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands at all times. Touch them up, good luck.
No touch of the gloves. Mclean was very hesitant there.
Donnie Jessup forced it.
I don't think that's mandatory that they have to touch gloves, is it, Kevin?
I don't believe so either. I've seen multiple times fighters decide not to touch gloves.
Mclean definitely did not want to touch. He wants to get it on. This is for the 125 Fight Lab belt. Gunter coming out aggressive with some kicks. They clinch up.
Scheduled for 5 4-minute rounds. McLean trying to use his wrestling, but Gunter using his wrestling defensively to stop the takedown and keep the fight standing.
Good left knee, right knee by McLean.
McLean landed a nice left hook there too in the release.
Gunter fires with his own knee. McLean smiling as he is taking some shots.
Yeah, McLean's actually smiling during this fight. He's definitely enjoying himself.
Gunter goes for a throw, unsuccessful. McLean just steps around.
Both fighters look like they have a very strong wrestling base here. They may offset each other's.
Yeah, with that being said, the hands and the striking is definitely going to become a factor.
Early on, Gunter looks to have the strength advantage.
Strength advantage, but McLean may have the speed advantage. Good leg kick.
Big
McLean
slam.
with a good takedown. Good double leg.
Lands right in Gunter's guard. Looks like he's maybe in half guard.
Yeah,
Can't
half
see from
guard.
this angle.
It's in half guard. Gunter trying to control posture with a form of rubber guard there.
He really needs to try to get his knee through to establish the other guard, full guard.
Full guard or at least half butterfly.
McLean staying tight on Gunter.
Looks like he's trying to get that leg out to pass all the way to side control. Gunter blocks, doing a good job of maintaining half guard.
Big left hand by McLean.
Yeah, McLean looking to posture and land some strikes while he's got this decent position here. Gunter throwing the legs up, maybe an armbar attempt here.
It's going to be hard with one leg stuck in half butterfly.
McLean warned for grabbing the fence there.
He's got his back. See if he gets the other hook in. He's got the hook in.
Looking to flatten him out. Gunter doing a good job of keeping McLean high.
He's going to try to shake him off from here. He's doing a good job. He's got to watch his arm, though. He's going to transition to an armbar if he's not careful.
McLean doing the right thing, trying to get all 4 hooks in.
Flatten out Gunter. He's trying very hard. Gunter's doing all the right things. Comes out the back. And doesn't give McLean a second to breathe. Comes right to him with some punches. Clinches up.
McLean's still smiling as he turns around and laughs at us.
I think I heard you, Tom.
Yeah, he's definitely having fun in there.
He's definitely having a good time. It's good to see.
Remember, folks, this is an amateur title fight, so this is 5 rounds of 4-minute action.
Amateur rules in North Carolina do not allow kicks or knees to the head and no elbows.
Good knee by McLean.
Gunter returns fire.
A little low on that one by Gunter.
I don't see McLean smiling now.
That was a little low. I don't think it hurt him too bad, though. Seemed to graze off.
That's all it takes, Kev.
McLean making some adjustments.
Yeah, while fighters are separated, they're not allowed to receive or go to their corners for instruction.
Which is a good time to note that McLean here is without his corner and has Dave Mansell subbing in his corner for him.
Gunter didn't set up that shot. He takes it from way outside. McLean defends.
Yeah, easily defends the shot, but is now pressed up against the cage.
Nice.
Good throw.
Nice lateral drop there by McLean.
Again, as a wrestler, that's not my forte. I don't like pulling someone on top of me, but if you're good at it, I mean, by all means, go for it.
Gunter pops back up to his feet at the first opportunity. Lands 10 seconds to the round. McLean tries a
spinning back kick.
Spinning back
stuffed
kick
by the pressure of Gunter.
And you see the speed of the 125-pounder. Gunter goes right back into it.
Americans, we're the creators of things born of an independent spirit, designers of the great, architects of the useful, composers of the loud, builders of the beautiful. We live in a country that lets people make things they believe in. And that's as American as, well.
I'm Joey Bennett. You're watching MMA On the Rise.
Good first round. After the long anticipated wait before the fight, these fighters actually got it on. Good first round back and forth action. Kevin, what do you think? Who takes that?
It was a very hard round to score. I'm going to give a slight edge to Mclean for landing several takedowns and seeming to have the advantage on top.
Yeah, he definitely controlled the top position for longer. And seemed to be enjoying himself. He actually turned around and smiled at us as we were commentating.
Yeah. If only the judges gave pointers for smiling.
He smiled the whole time. Takes a special breed to lock yourself in a cage with another skilled fighter, but to smile while doing it, that's definitely a special breed right there.
And in Mclean's case, without a cornerman?
Yeah. Confident young man right there.
Let's go, boy!
Spry 22-year-old.
Spry. Spry and fluid. Dexterous. Agile.
Seems very energetic.
Almost say he's over-exuberant.
Gunter landed a nice leg kick there. It's the second time seemed to knock Mclean off balance.
Mclean with a heavy whizzer, avoiding the takedown of Gunter. Was able to limp arm out.
Good right hand on the way in.
Yeah, sneaky little right jab there.
He's got double underhooks now on the cage.
Gunter looks to seem to trying to wear down his opponent for the later rounds, using his size and strength advantage.
Yeah, he's definitely attacking that right thigh with knees and leg kicks. It may pay dividends later on. Starts to unload some punches. Mclean circles away.
Gets a body lock of his own. Lets it go.
Mclean in his own corner getting instructions from his coaches.
Gunter's
got to be careful.
Trying to transition to the back, but got a little high, and Mclean was able to knock him off. And it looks like he's
got a modified guillotine here for a second. He lost it.
Mclean eating some shots. Trying to circle away. Goes for a single leg. Looks like we'll want to switch double here.
Mclean seems to get backed up against the cage and doesn't have the wherewithal to circle away.
He's got another good takedown here, very similar to his first takedown in the first round. Gunter doing the same thing, controlling posture with that rubber guard.
He just got full guard this time, though, so his rubber guard may be a little bit more effective than in the first round. Now, he could be just using the rubber guard to control his posture and stall out, wait for a referee to stand up. Some guys are very active with the rubber guard for submissions.
Yeah, earlier he tried for that go-go plata, which he's doing right now.
He's got the leg underneath the chin. He's pulling down on the head. Very impressive if he's able to pull this off.
Well, Mclean's doing the right thing by driving into it to relieve the pressure.
Looks like he may be giving up a triangle here too, though.
I can't.
Wants to be careful.
His arm isn't. He doesn't have the leg over the arm, so it's kind of hard to get the leverage with the choke on the go-go plata.
Got a guard pass there.
There you go. Mclean had to pass to his left, or else he was in trouble for a triangle, possibly. Looks like Gunter's going for the inverted triangle.
From here, it doesn't look like he's got any arms in, though. He's got just the head locked up.
Can't see it from my angle.
Yeah, it won't do any damage, but it'll stop him from receiving any damage from here.
Make it difficult for Mclean to generate any power with his strikes, get him trapped. He may be trying to hold on here and just wait for the referee to stand him up, as they're locked up in a stalemate.
Mclean showing thumbs up to the ref.
Yeah,
Gunter's corner thinking he tapped, but
yeah, Gunter's corner saying he was out, but the referee knew better.
He doesn't have anything He doesn't have an arm locked up, so it's going to be very difficult to choke him here.
Yeah, if anything, it's just a pain thing.
A nuisance, if you ask me.
Yes.
Ten seconds left in the round.
The referee needs to recognize he's not in any danger here, and
I think he does.
Electric shivers across my skin. It's like a fever, and you're my only medicine.
Such, the new body spray from Axe.
Alright, my name is Shane Crenshaw, and this is MMA on the Rise.
Good stall tactic by Gunter, I think, my opinion. He was able to hold out for at least the last minute of the round like that.
yeah, but at the same time, he's on the bottom, and he's giving up points in the judge's eyes. That round is easily another round for Mclean, with Gunter spending all that time on his back and just holding on.
Mclean getting the takedown. You'd have to imagine he very well may have taken that round.
Again, this is a 5-round title fight, people. So we have 3 more rounds to go.
Hats off to the 2-0 Mclean for really hanging in there and actually taking it to the highly touted Gunter, who in his last fights that I've seen him in, has just been an absolute monster.
Yeah, Mclean seems to, at the start of the 3rd round, seems to be the fresher of the 2 fighters right now.
I don't see him smiling nearly as much this round, the last round.
Well, he seemed a little fresher until he hunched over. Gunter coming out.
Mclean not even able to get out of his corner.
Now with the, again, Gunter being very aggressive, closing the distance, not giving Mclean any room, and Mclean doesn't have the experience yet to circle off the cage and create some space.
He's going for a single leg there on Gunter. Using a lot of strength to pick him up. If he steps around, he has the back of Gunter.
Gunter doing a good job hitting the switch. Avoiding that single leg takedown. Ends up in good position on top.
I think Mclean used a lot of effort in that takedown attempt and might have gassed himself out early in this 3rd round.
Yeah, if you don't have the your opponent's hips, you're using all back muscles to try to lift like that.
Gunter's got a mount now. Mclean could be in big trouble here. He gives up his back. Gunter has no hooks.
Mclean's been stuck in this position multiple times in this fight and has been able to easily escape in the early rounds.
Yeah, he shook Gunter off early on. The patented Tony Tan knee to the butt. Very painful technique.
Yeah, I learned that from Kevin, the master of cool, for Rand against his fight against Jason Akita.
I didn't need the butt. Need the hamstring.
Big knee to the body. Gunter starting to impose his will here.
And Mclean not offering much here.
Yeah, he doesn't have hooks in, but he's got a choke locked on.
It seems to be underneath the...
Yeah, he taps. He taps.
Gunter is excited with his win. The new 125-pound champion for Fight Lab is Bruce Gunter.
Bruce Gunter celebrating with his full circle coaches. Does a little taunting, a little bad sportsmanship there. Mclean just laughs it off and smiles as he's done all night.
Donnie Jessup threatens to disqualify Gunter with that unsportsmanlike celebration directed directly at Mclean.
Well, I tell you what, he didn't have any hooks in. It wasn't a very traditional choke, but he definitely had his arms wrapped around his neck very tightly. It was too much for Mclean. He taps to submission, rear naked choke. Bruce Gunter is your new Fight Lab 125-pound champion. Thanks for watching another exciting episode of MMA On The Rise. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube at MMA OTR.
You can also like us on Facebook.
You can also visit us at MMAOnTheRise.tv.
And now you can follow us on Twitter at MMA OTR.
We'll see you next time on MMA On The Rise.